Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Today I'm going to give you one example of just one component of this modern life that is destroying us. Okay, I'm not talking about heroin or morphine or this ice, synthetic drugs and so on. I'm talking about one simple item. You'll be surprised. What I'm talking about, sugar. I call it the drug sugar. Why? Because this is widespread. The whole food industry is putting sugar and sugar and sugar. Every food that you touch and feel is sugar, from cake to soft drinks to fruit juices to anything that you touch. Even, for example, chips, potato chips, everything has sugar. Why? Because the manufacturers know human beings are addicted to something sweet. Because this is historical. From the day that Allah has created us, we like something sweet. That means we like, because that will tell us whether that is edible or not. For example, if you eat something sweet, fruits normally is edible, it's not poisonous. So whenever you find a fruit, you'll find that it is sweet. Well, it has fructose, but it has a lot of fiber, so it is healthy. But what we did was this civilization became too smart, and that what we do, we just refine, for example, sugar from sugarcane, remove all the nutrients and make it just pure sucrose, pure sugar that gets into your body, and if you have excess amount of it, it will turn into fat and it will affect you in many ways. So sugar first is very, very addictive. It is more addictive than heroin. That's why we need, you find people, they cannot stop eating anything that is sweet. They eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Every day you'll be eating, for example, chips, cookies, chocolates, sweets, everywhere in the world. All right? And it is destroying the very community. I used to work with the indigenous people of Malaysia some 40 years ago, where they don't have all this kind of fast food, sweetie foods and so all that. And the children are all healthy. Today, they're all gone in terms of health because they are taking fast food, junk food, and a lot of the sugary drinks. Whether it is a soft drink, whether it is a packet drink, it's all laden with sugar, whether it's sucrose or fructose, it is actually killing them. So all their gums are destroyed, their teeth are destroyed, their health, every aspect of the child is now destroyed. And many of them become anemic, many of them become diabetic, and many of them die young. Because now not only that they are addicted to this, they are also being addicted to synthetic drug and alcohol, which is now freely available among the indigenous community of Malaysia. And what happened? This whole community that was vibrant in life, active, strong, has degraded to become a miserly community that needs a lot of sympathy, that needs a lot of help. So if we are Muslims, you have to help them to overcome this addiction. And this addiction is not only widespread among the indigenous community, our own children, our own grandchildren, they are all now craving for sugar. So what is important is we have to slowly reduce the sugar. I'm not saying that we cannot take sugar, but if every day you are being pumped with sugar, it will destroy your life. Why? First, it will destroy your brains. You will have sugar, you will have your sugar high, they call it, and then you have a sugar low. So what happens is that you will then become attention deficit and hyperactive, because the moment you take sugar, then you jump around like monkey, jumping here, jumping there. So you see now a lot of children, they're jumping like monkeys, jumping here, jumping. That's when, after they take the sugary drink, sugary food, carbohydrate-laden food, so it is not healthy. So they cannot pay attention. So in school, they cannot pay attention. So what happened? They fail. All right. So now, to keep them under control, you give them drug, and a form of drug to lower down their hyperactivity. But that is not the solution. The solution is the sugary food, the carbohydrate-laden food, and the artificial sweetener that is being used, that is causing the brain destruction. And now many, many studies have shown, if you take sugary food, not only that you will die young out of diabetics, heart seizure, high blood pressure, cancer, but you also will die, maybe I use the word, with dementia. People who take sugary food now at 40 years old are already having signs of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So this is a worldwide epidemic. All right? So this is the first thing. If we want to get our children to become achievers in life, we have to reduce the sugar intake or eliminate it completely. Natural sugar, yes. For example, if they eat grapes, how much grapes can they eat? That's not much. They can eat, say, one handful of grapes. That's the amount of sugar that, and it's very minimum, the sugar there, because there's a lot of fiber. And because there's a lot of fiber, the absorption of the fructose in your bloodstream is very, very slow, and it's acceptable. So you don't become diabetic. But for just this chemical sucrose or fructose in the pure form that you get in your soft drinks, they will spike your blood sugar level very, very high. So if your blood sugar is normal, you will spike it very, very high. And when it is high, all your organs will start to react to it. They will switch off. And if it's constantly being done, you have a problem. That's why we have problem now, for example, people who are having diabetic patients who are having all kind of problems because their pancreas cannot produce enough insulin to overcome the sugar overload that is affecting them. And as a result, they become diabetic. All right? Some of them become diabetic type 1 because even the very pancreas that they have because of autoimmune generated from inflammation from sugary food destroy the pancreas cell. Now they become insulin dependent. Type 1 diabetic. But type 2 diabetic is a lifestyle. What? It's just sugary food. For example, if you are type 2 diabetic, I can give you a simple remedy, but provided you can go through with it, it's not difficult. But you first and foremost, you must get rid yourself from the high sugar food, high carbohydrate food, and then I can give you the formula. Actually, very simple, inshallah, for you to overcome type 2 diabetics. You just change your lifestyle gradually, and you'll be free from type 2 diabetics. But millions and millions and millions of people are dying because of ignorance. They do not know how even to go about to overcome the problem of diabetes. So when they go to the doctor, what do the doctor say? Oh, never mind, maintain your diet, but we give you whatever drug that is metformin or the more newer drugs, whatever it is, just to bring down your blood sugar level, but not actually solving your underlying problem of diabetics. So diabetics is an epidemic. It's an epidemic globally. And this will destroy whatever health benefit that we have in the 21st century. And all this comes from what? This drug called sugar. All right? What else it destroys? Your emotional stability. Because this drug, sugar, is actually producing a lot of hormonal imbalance. As a result, you are emotionally imbalanced. So even the neurons and your hormonal structure that you have naturally is being destroyed by sugar and sugary food. All right? And if you list, there's endless list. Everything that, there's so many research, thousands and thousands of papers about this problem. Okay? It is total disaster. We have a total disaster here. So, for us to know that this is the trick of the modern food industry, package it nicely, put sugar, put salt, and you are stuck. And you become fat, you die young. Before you die, you go to the doctors. So the medical, this whole cycle of the fraud that you see within the modern so-called civilization, you go to the doctor, they'll give you prescribed drugs. I'm not condemning them. There's a lot of research. A lot of doctors are realizing that this is the key to resolving all the challenges of modern humanity. They know about it. They're talking about it. You go to all the research papers. They say, no, we cannot solve the human being problem of we dying young, dying unhealthy because we are taking too much sugar. But the food industry is dead against it because that is where they make their money. Whether it is a soft drink maker, whether it is the cheesecake maker, whether it is the packet food maker, they are all putting lots and lots and lots of sugar because you know you will sell. Why? You are addicted to this drug, sugar. So if we are not careful, this ummah, because we are modernizing now, we will exactly follow the same pattern. And I can see the same pattern in Malaysia. I used to eat only wholesome food. We eat fruits, we eat rice, we eat vegetables, lots and lots of vegetables. We eat fish, lots and lots of fish, because there are plenty of fish, freshwater fish, sea fish, and so on. And we're healthy. We take a lot of legume. We have no problem. But today you see our children, our grandchildren going in and out of hospital, going out of clinic, because they're having runny nose, they have fever, they have all kind of problems, allergic reaction, they have problems sleeping, they have problems studying, they have all the problems that you name, it is there. Why? They have changed from the traditional wholesome diet that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to the Malaysian people to this so-called advanced country Western diet of fast food, junk food, and we create a junk generation. So I'm telling you, I'm pleading to you, please go to the Google, find out more about sugar, because this is the drug that's going to destroy this civilization. Not only this civilization, it is destroying the Muslim Ummah. You go to the Middle East, you go to Malaysia, you go to Indonesia, you go to all the developing countries that is now moving towards becoming middle economies. They are all being forced upon or willingly destroy themselves, destroy their family, because they're taking sugary food to the extreme extent. And as a result, they're having problems with their mental faculties, they're having diabetics, they have heart diseases, they have emotional problems, and it is a total disaster on just one molecule that our smart human being has created, because sugar does not exist in this raw form, in this way, the purified form, 100 years ago. It's only 100 years ago that we have been able to purify this stuff, and we feed ourselves until we die. So this is true but sad, but I'm giving you this idea so that this is the transforming generation, young ummah, that must know, okay, we have to have a holistic lifestyle, and how to go about with it. Okay, inshallah, I'll give you a few tips in a subsequent video. For example, in terms of diet, we have GF bombs. You take a lot of greens, fruits, beans, onions, all right, mushrooms, berries, spices, herbs. Oh, very easy, GF bombs, all acronym. And you find that your health becomes suddenly so wonderful that your diabetic start to just disappear, and you don't need any drug. So this is where, inshallah, if we follow the pattern of being a true Muslim, living in a healthy manner, inshallah, we will be able to help ourselves and our family and help the world, inshallah. See you in the next video. Berapa?